casting is such an interesting element of films. You cast different people in roles, and they come together, and there's a chemistry that happens. You never know whether a film will work better if someone else had been cast, or worse if someone else had been cast. I think sometimes it's just a magical thing happens, and that casting is right.
Hey, I'll see you at the end of the summer, okay?
Okay.
Chris Makepeace was really Ivan's call. We read a lot of kids, and it's hard with kids because most kids that are actors seem very mature.
You must be the short, depressed kid that we ordered. Glad you made it.
And Chris Makepeace had nothing. He was just a kid, and he was sort of a little shy, and I don't even know if he was an actor or not. But Ivan said, that's the kind of kid I want.
I remember the first time he read it, he was kind of stiff. And I just said, look, I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions, and you just answer them as if we're talking the way we're talking right now. Forget about acting. And I remember pulling the paper away from him and saying, just forget about all that. Just, you know what the scene's about. I don't care if you say the lines. Just answer as Chris. And boom, there it was.
There was this rumor around that one of the guys from Saturday Night Live was showing up. And I'm thinking, that's ridiculous. I mean, we're 6 hours from Toronto, a 6-hour drive. We're in the middle of nowhere. No guy's going to come all that way just to visit. And then the next thing I know, Bill Murray shows up. I'm like, well, that's pretty cool. And I got introduced to him. And then literally the next thing I know, they say, okay, roll camera action. And Bill Murray starts acting the scene opposite me. And that was the way I found out that Bill Murray was playing Tripper in the film.
Bill, he's all yours. Thanks, Tripper.
It's one of the great sort of learning processes for a kid who's growing up. Because you're forced to live within certain rules, and then also you have more freedom than you've ever had up to that point in your life. You're living with a lot of kids, some of whom you like and some of whom you don't like, and some of them don't like you. And it's those dynamics that teach you how to get along.
Hey, Ozo, this is my bunk, so shove off. You gotta have Gunnar on our team. He's totally useless. Stop. He's terrible.
I know. Okay, come on, you guys, let's
And once they put the film together, I think they realized that there was a little bit of story that they could have explored a bit more, which I guess was the relationship with Bill Murray and myself. So I got this phone call about 6 or 8 months after we finished the film. They had written some extra scenes, and we were going to shoot them in Montreal in the dead of winter. I think it was January of the next year.
There was a scene that we did shoot in the movie with soccer where Rudy just wanders off, and we opened that up and put in that Rudy was at a bus terminal waiting, and Bill comes in and does the whole thing with the knife, and which is, you know, one of the great moments in film.
Who was it?
I think when they saw it all assembled, they thought, you know what, we've got all these camper romances, but we don't have enough of Tripper, we don't have enough of this guy who we really like and really want to be with, and we don't quite have enough of Rudy, the young kid that we really like, because Chris Makepeace's performance had been so sympathetic. I mean, you just see him on screen and you love him. He's such a puppy.
What's that? What is it? Is that yes or no? Yes is like this, and no is just twisting, okay?
Oh, it was yes.
It was this one,
Oh, no,
definitely.
yes, one of those.
You're positive it wasn't this side to side
one
one,
of those.
because you could hurt your neck doing it.
We wrote 5 scenes that we shot in a day and a half in Montreal. We built that little set that is Tripper's cabin, and I did 4 or 5 scenes with him,
18, I'll stick.
playing cards with him, a bunch of other things.
20.
Shark! Playing some sort of system, aren't you?
Those were really important scenes for me. They really had a nice interaction between Bill Murray and myself, and I think we really got to explore some interesting acting work there.
Shut up and look at your cards.
Bill and Chris really bonded throughout the movie. I mean, he really took Chris under his wing and really felt for him. And when we had to do a reshoot a couple months later, Chris started growing a mustache.
For me, puberty had just pretty much kicked into overdrive, and my voice was getting a little bit deeper, and my facial hair was starting to come in. So when I sat down with Bill Murray for the first time, we started talking and catching up, and he started laughing. He's like, oh God, you're getting older. So when we were at the studio, shooting for the first day, he's sort of looking at me. He's looking at my little mustache, and he's like, something's got to go. So he grabbed me by the arm, and we went wandering around the studio, and he found a razor, and we went over to a laundry tub, and he grabbed some soap, and he got the soap, and he lathered up my thing, and he proceeded to shave me. So my very first shave was given me by Bill Murray.
Hi, Tripper.
We didn't know what we had until we reshot the scenes with Bill and Rudy. And then once we had that, we realized this is a very special movie.